got a classic in store between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Ready? Right. Launch 49. Got it. Stay in situation. Let's go.
Now a give right side. Swift. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 66 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Philip Dorsett holds it in. Philip Dorsett by himself. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Philip Dorsett, 78 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Second and 11. Throw in deep for Galladay. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's got room. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Alert. D-line, get that quarterback. Trump. Shoot. Mike 40, check, he's coming.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Switch. Safe. Check 43. 66. Pull it. Half.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give the tackle there to Keon Crossan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. He'll try and throw for it here. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So that's one of those in-between spots where you like to rely on analytics. Did you like the decision to go for it?
Frankly, I did because you know I'm an aggressive guy. But the analytics and the old school go by your feel, that's got to marry up a little bit better because that one felt like an analytics call that someone didn't have confidence in. You know, normally this coach, I think he would have punted the ball.
Yeah, calculated risk, it didn't work out. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Zebra. Jim.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll try the left side. Swift. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now it's Lockett. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 19. Gun. Win championships, man. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40. Let's go, defense. Our time. Let's go.
They'll run with Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Swift. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53.
Just like that. Just like that. 44 the mic. 44.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Mike 40, check, he's coming. You must be Drew. 14, run it. Go. 40. It's our time. It's our time.
A first down carry for Barkley. Past the 20. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown here in this first half. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, his second sack of the night.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
49 at the mic. 49 at the mic. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Let's go.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Let's put him on the hey. Let's put that team on the butt. 51, Mike. Mike 51. I got it. Go.
On third down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They go play action now. Wilson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 23 yards, the final tally.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out.
Switch it.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tony Pollard, 39 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On third down, Swift, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Here we go. 49. Switch.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Grant, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. I got you, pop.
Barkley, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
44's the mic. 44. Check, check. Here we go.
Again, it's Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Mike's going close. One left. Let's see what you got. 44. 12. 44's the mic. Here we go. That's it. 44. Mike, 44. Tempo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. 2nd and 6. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. He'll find Metcalf. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Zebra.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This fielded at the 2. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
59-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
the kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
bashed it.
Super toe.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Seahawks on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Trey Flowers drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the move to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Oh, Wilson going to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And now it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge. And someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.
Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like